work in the professional field, and so often we try to put round pegs in square holes, and that doesn't work very well. And I just can't say enough about you folks up here applying your skills to the right places, and you have such a lot to give.
Clap, clap, clap.
David, for you. There's a great deal of stress that takes place with families when they're dealing with an individual that have a disability. How do you see your services assisting individuals that are stressed from the work as a caregiver? Because we have many out there, as you know, that suffer from the inability to be able to function within their own lives because of all the hard work they're doing for others. What can you help us out with there?
So just like mental awareness maybe a few years ago was not really talked about, the new end of the spectrum, the new illness is caregiver stress. This is the non-professional one. So you have the VON, the CCAC, the nurses, professional doctors and nurses. That's their job at work, but they have hearts and lives, and that hurts. But when you're taking care of a family relative, your mother, your wife, an aunt, a grandmother, you have bills have to be paid somehow. So again, when we go into all that, you might have to take off work. There's research right now being conducted up at Western that is allowing access programs, allowing non-professional caregivers connect and showing them how to de-stress and to go forward in the day. Because at the end of the day, you still want to live your life, but you have to take care of mom. You're at work all day, mom has to be bathed, might have to be taken out for dinner, because some of the programs, depending on the level of finance, are not all inclusive. My part is when I know a client, or if I know somebody here and someone says, Dave, my mom just, she has dementia, or it's a mental health wellness, or it's cancer. If I can help them in any capacity, it's only an email away. I can put them in the right person, and I've been with the Alzheimer's Society for over 22 years when Grandma was first diagnosed. I still do fundraising. It's about awareness. We raise a lot of money, but again, it's not the money. The money is the money. If without everybody else thinking and doing something about it, it's not going to work. The stresses, I'm stressing this, that's the new illness. How are families going to take care of this? We're living longer. 20 years ago, it was 72, was probably the maximum age, the average age. Now, 1 in 3 of us is going to have a family relative in their 90s. And if their finances aren't there, and I said this before, if CPP is not going to be there for Canadians, probably not for the millennials.
No.
How is that going to happen? I hate to say this, but most people go, well, it'll work out.
Yeah.
Well, how is it going to work out? Because I'm sure we could roll in a lot of people right now and say, it didn't work out for me. I know it's tough to wake up in the morning and say, you know what, I'm going to go get my insurance. I'm going to take care of everything. It doesn't work. Life doesn't work like that.
But David, what happens when you're special needs and you don't have a job? Like, how do you cover your bills that way? How can you help?
It's case by case. So then, if you're talking to a financial advisor or you don't have one, or you have a bank account and you go into the bank, ask that person behind there and say, this is my situation.
But David, if they talk to you specifically and they're a veteran from the barracks, can you help them?
Absolutely. My operating director here in London, his name is Bill Clunas. He is presently enrolled in the Canadian Armed Forces.
Now, what are you telling me? Are you telling me if you're in a wheelchair, call you?
Yes.
If you are planning your funeral?
Yes.
Thank you.